Welcome to day 343 of the paper eating series. Hello there, Mock. Wow, we have a new. Okay, Caden, he has met his match. We have a new, most frequent viewer of the series. So what I'm going to do as a reward for you being such a frequent viewer, I'm going to put my score in for the day, which is going to be a nice. Okay, let's see. Make sure my speaker doesn't malfunction on me. A nice solid. We're going with a 4.5 on this one. I hate to I'm not going to sensationalize this time, and I hate to ruin your day, but that's okay. It's fine. 4.5 is not bad. It is bad, but it's not the worst, right? That's what I meant to say. It's not the worst. All right. Open this. Grab that. Now, here are the conditions today. As always, with the paper reading series, ask any question, give any comment, and of course, everything is on the table. All right. What happened? Oh, well, you know how your brain's just kind of just an asshole to you, and the things that you can't really pinpoint what's wrong specifically, but something's off, and you know it, and you know that you're wasting your life away when you could be happy, just not being happy. You're doing things, but none of those things are doing anything for you, right? I mean that. How about when you turn 21, you wash the table down with vodka? I am, in fact, not 21. Come on, guys, calm down. I have not drunk that much from the fountain of youth. By the time I get 21, this mouth wrinkle will have extended fully down to my upper lip. Okay, that's my prediction. In a year and a half, we'll see how accurate I was. But, yeah, I'll in fact, I might legitimately do that. We'll see. I do value my brain cells, so we're gonna see how okay I am with doing that early. But hey, I might do it one every 10 days, right? We could work something out like that. Well, I am so ridiculously unhappy, it's not even fucking funny. So I'm trying to and the thing is that I would love to release a new video on the main channel, but it's like, what good is that if I can't even get the problem extends to not even having the motivation to do anything on the main to even start working on stuff. Because I'll say this, what these are once the live stream's over is an unedited video that you can just play back as many times as you want, right? That's what this is. So if I made just willy-nilly a bunch of unedited shit, just me filming a bunch of stuff, for one, the Instagram already has that. I already talked to the camera and I don't edit it. I want for the main channel to harbor something different, something a notch above. So that is why I want to put editing into at least a little bit into every single one. But as a byproduct of that, videos are going to be very slow coming out, and people are going to be underwhelmed by the output. And I'm not going to have the motivation to do it, because I'll say this: editing is and compiling and finding these video ideas, it's all very difficult. Even though it's a stupid channel that there are like zero stakes for. Again, it's your brain playing tricks on you, right? Not that I'm hoping for it. Do I know when my next hiatus will be? You could say that my absence of posting on the main channel is a hiatus, but by hiatus, you mean me not being on the internet at all, right? I'm actually I was highly considering it today. My day was that bad. You see the number up there. But I don't partake in substances. No. To use their fruity vapor device, and asked if I wanted rainbow fentanyl. If fentanyl wasn't involved, the vapes, despite what a lot of, juicy corporate heads say, all those greasy, they're all old. They've never taken a shot of anything in their life except for maybe a bunch of vaccines, which, you know how the media is. But yeah, when you actually watch the shit, or when you actually take the shit, a lot of it is dependent on, because everything without moderation is bad. Like if you eat 10 apples a day, I guarantee you're going to have so many seeds stuck in your esophagus, you will die. And plus, all that apple skins, that contains very, 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 very small levels of BPD, and that will probably make your penis shrink or your boobs lactate 10 times more than they should be, or some sort of crazy side effect, because nobody eats 10 apples a day. There's no single person on earth that does that. But what I'm saying is, it's a lot more reliant on the individual's ability to get addicted than a lot of people are willing to admit, particularly in the mainstream. So you have a situation like the situation I had, right? Where the main question that I asked after I was offered a vape in high school was, Is there anything inside of it? If you're not honest with me, I quite literally will retaliate to the best of my abilities. And they sometimes would be honest with me, and they go, yeah, no, I put a little something extra in there, and I'd be like, all right, well, depends what it is. And sometimes they would say a bunch of like wacky ass shit that I'd be not interested in. But for the most part, it was just normal vape pens, and I got lucky to the point where I didn't get addicted, because not everybody gets addicted. When you're talking about, I mean, when you see drugs portrayed as this unequivocally evil thing, I mean, you're only seeing the stories of people who got properly addicted, and that's like 1 out of 5 people. 4 out of the 5 people can have moderation, and can, by consistently, I mean like once a month, can occasionally take a little here and there and not experience too many side effects, because the dopamine rush isn't as insane, and they aren't, drooling at the mouth to get more. So what I say is, if you're not fully addicted, or if you aren't a person who has a proclivity to get addicted to shit, then you should be fine. Always approach with precaution. And if it's spiked with fentanyl, yeah, definitely don't take that. So, if the last 2 years taught us anything, it's fentanyl's bad. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, exactly, right? Metalhead, that's an important thing. So now I don't know who to trust, Brian or the drug destroyer. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I cloud your morals. In fact, ever since I made the drug, when I made the drug destroyer, I was young and foolish, and I wasn't exposed properly to the world. And then I don't know how, but crazy random bucket full of drugs arrived at my house. My dad said it was for him, but I knew that was a cover. And I sniffed a couple of them, and now I'm the man who I am right now. But I will say this, when you're talking about remember, not all drugs are created equal. So you have to really think about, you have to know what you're taking. That's I'd say the biggest mistake people make is just not ask questions about what they're taking. Obviously, people can lie to you, but when asked, for a fact that, for one, dishonesty about the drugs that you give to somebody, for one, that can result in things going backwards real quick, right? People, if there is a breaking of an honor code, particularly with the exchange of drugs, you will end up probably having the authorities on your ass, because that person will, if there is any risk that they know they're being lied to, then that creates a risk of some degree that you will be found out, because then things won't go as smoothly as you thought they were. They don't know what they're getting, right? Because if you tell them honestly what they're getting, and then they experience a negative side effect, the honor code isn't broken, and there's more of a safety net where you go, hey, I told you, you didn't listen. But if they don't ask, then the honor code not only isn't broken, but you also don't know what the fuck you're taking. So always ask what's laced inside of your vape pen, or your blunt, or your, I don't know, doobie, or not, your doobie or your bong, because that's what happened with me. Because well, the thing is that there was nothing laced in it. It's just that at Pizza Port, Jake fucked up severely, and he just got like the complete wrong thing. He got like a bud that was 10 times more potent than it should be, and I took a bong, and he didn't expect for me to suck in the whole lengthwise. So I ended up being non-functional for the next 6 months, or not 6 months. I feel like I'm high right now. 6 hours for the next, about 6 hours, from about 4 to 10. 4:30 to 10:30, which is exactly how long my shift is, by the way. I was non-functional, and from what I remember, I was going in between these episodes of saying nothing, doing nothing, and being frozen in place, and then going on long, deranged political rants. So I'm sure I said lots of super awesome stuff that everyone's going to remember forever. But I wanted for this to be a Caden-free stream. Well, the thing is that this is a discrimination-free stream, so everybody's allowed. This is the proverbial water fountain, and not only are you guys all allowed to drink, but so is Caden. So let him drink. All right, either you guys are attempting to play some wacky, elaborate prank on me, or Ian and Caden had a falling out recently, which is impossible because they're very best friends. And as we know, if you really are best friends with someone, you never, ever grow apart. All right. Okay, Brian, but these things are made for people to get addicted, so it's not always the people's fault. Some of them are made to be get addicted. Some with the intent. Now, they're particularly most vapes. Yeah, sure. There are different degrees of addiction. So there's a degree of addiction where, yeah, you can take it periodically because it gives you the dopamine rush. It gets you coming back, but not unhealthily coming back, or unhealthily to the degree where, say, you're going to come back to where your health is going to be so negatively impacted that your life expectancy is going to decrease by like 10 years. Different degrees. So wow, there's so much shit that's happened here because I'm like, okay, vaping is cringe. All right, well, Black Rum, if I were to give you like a rewind on all the stuff that you said in that Discord server, trust me, yes, vaping can be cringe, but your internet presence, Black Rum, is way more cringe than any amount of vaping ever was. But I still love you, Black Rum. You're still pretty cool. But fentanyl-laced benzodiazepines almost resemble mints. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure your breath was very fresh, just not in the way you intended. But now you think, no offense, Metalhead, but I mean, I know nothing about you. I've never seen your face. I'm sure it looks beautiful, but I mean, with a name like Metalhead, I can only assume you're with the crowd. And so, but I'm glad to know that you differentiate yourself from those with less moderation than you do. And by the way, in certain cases, moderation can equal not taking it at all, right? For methamphetamine, that's pretty much what moderation for methamphetamine means. But no falling out. Just Caden's not the awesomest in the streams. He's not that bad. It's just he. The thing is that at this point, my retinas have just completely filtered out the dabbing emojis. They've become like such a nothing thing. I mean, I'm sure a lot of other viewers have appreciated the running joke, and I wouldn't know, but it honestly, if anything, it helps the aesthetic of the stream. It really complements the aesthetic of the paper reading streams. That's what I'll say. So, okay. Holy shit! Wow, I am like completely missing like half of these chat things. Brian, I found a cream soda distributor in school. Now that is a good type of drug. Purchase as many as you possibly can. If possible, send some to me because I actually need some. Because I consider cream soda to be better than root beer, and the only cream soda I have are these really borderline moldy ones that have been sitting in a cooler that I had for Jazz Inc. And I forgot to take them out, and they've just been sitting in dirty water for the last couple of months, which is fucked. I don't trust any of the cream soda in there. I mean, these are sealed, so there's no conceivable reason why anything should leak into here. But never know. If IBS taught me anything, it's that leakages are everywhere. All right. All right, let's see. What was I talking about? Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not always the people's fault. Yeah, so I just say that I'd say the most fault, if you want to be in the finger pointing mood, I'd say the biggest target to wiggle our little fingers at is probably the people who incorrectly portray drugs as this unequivocally addictive to every single individual type deal, where it's like, then when you get into stuff like alcohol, maybe smoking, then sugar, the line starts being blurred because there is no real, I mean, we're talking about is magnitude, because sugar and alcohol and even stuff like I mean, the guy who ate carrots for like 20 years, he ended up with a serious like vitamin E deficiency because his skin turned orange and I don't know, I mean, sure, I'm sure he saw really well, but I mean, the carrots, I'm sure the carrots shrunk his cock by like 30% too. But it's like, drugs are like any other substance except the magnitude to which they can, I'd say, the magnitude to which you can take it without moderation due to your brain's reaction to it, and the magnitude to which they can affect you is a little higher. In some cases, way higher in other cases. And it's gotten to the point where there are certain things with the drug label on it that are way, way closer to something like sugar in those types of magnitudes than they are to something like, say, heroin or methamphetamine. To the point where it's like putting a blanket statement over all these drugs is just one thing. It's very unfair, and it overgeneralizes certain I mean, if you actually want to make certain decisions or be your own person, you can't be dictated by those types of blanket statements. So I'd say with each substance that's offered to you, make the decision, right? And make the right choice. Excuse me, I had a pubic hair stuck in my throat. But for day 400, you drink a year-old pickle juice soda that I was gifted. I already drank pickle juice soda. It is the only soda that is salty and the only soda that I actually threw up. I don't normally throw up soda because I love soda. So I'll say this, Caden. I think you should eat another Cane's receipt and drink the pickle soda. Make sure to film it on the slow-mo setting on your iPhone so that get some slow-mo footage of Caden, performing liposuction on himself, because the degree to which you're going to hurl is going to completely suck your insides back in. You're gonna look like one of those malnourished Nigerian children, because you're gonna hurl your entire esophagus, intestines, and all is all gonna come right back out. Because I've tasted that pickle soda. It initiates a gag reflex in me like I've never seen before in my entire life. I think there's never only one thing to blame for addiction. It's a mix of a lot of things. Well, yeah, people get addicted because of their own personal issues, right? So you also, I mean, I think it's a given that you have to pay attention to certain contexts within your life. Like if you're taking drugs because your wife dumped you, or your mom yelled at you because you threatened to shoot up your own school or something like that. Obviously, I think then you should take some other paths in your life. But life is all about experiences, all right? You only go around once. So, and again, if you want to go around for a longer time, right, then don't take drugs that fuck you. So take the drugs that are going to not screw you over. And yes, despite what a lot of people say, those drugs do exist. So that is Brian's very morally ambiguous lesson of the day. Yeah, I'm sure people are going to dig this shit up 30 years from now. And I'm going to be, they're going to be fire me from my tax accounting job or whatever I'm going to be. That's okay. But, so yeah, sure. I'd say addiction is definitely a hard thing to define for a lot of people, because there are some people who are unequivocally addicted, and then there are some people who, they're enjoying in moderation, and they're consuming stuff like tobacco, and weed, and even some stronger drugs in some rare cases, in a very similar way to the way I drink root beer, where it's quite literally the exact same thing, and they aren't taking it to a greater magnitude, and it doesn't seem to be affecting their body to a greater magnitude than, say, this is, right? Effects obviously long term. I'm probably gonna have diabetes in my 50s, but I'm saying it's very different for different people. So it's very unfair to portray all these drugs as the same and the effects on everybody to be the same. But obviously, if, say, a big organization or a big talking head were to make a statement on drugs, they can't make it ambiguous, because then it can be misrepresented. So I don't really blame those people entirely either. They're just trying to do their job, and they need to make big, unambiguous statements like that in order to fucking properly keep their jobs and make themselves look good. So I'm gonna be honest, Cane's kind of sucks. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, because there's absolutely no reason to dislike Cane's. What are you fucking talking about? They have Charlie Brown as their mascot. What's wrong with you? Why would you? Oh my god! I love you, Metalhead. Why would you do this? Or was it because it was kind of cold when you start? Yeah, because you can't take a 15-minute bathroom break after you get your order. You have to eat it immediately. The Cane's sauce is delicious. What the fuck's wrong with you? All right, whatever. Okay, Lip 50. If you go into my follower and following list, because I follow almost everybody back, just look up Metalhead. He should be there. Okay, I need to like speed read through all this shit. Yes, no, I watched. I remember I remember like 20 minutes of The Hunt, and it's only because of that one scene in the gas station, the gas station convenience store. I really like that scene. That's about it though. Ian once thought that too. Ian once hated Kate. Yeah, well, because because you kids, you guys are always contrarians. Caffeine is the best drug. Okay, Black Rum, calm down. Yeah, I'm sure. I knew you were a fucking Monster Energy guy. I mean, I've interacted with Black Rum on the internet for the last feels like 4. It's been like 3 years, and yeah, no, you definitely always struck me as a Monster Energy type of guy. Okay, there's like so much shit. Okay, this stream be popping plans for Halloween. I literally can't trick or treat because there's some whole trip and I have to give out candy. So if you come down to my address, I will be handing out candy. So stop by. Unfortunately I will not be able to hunt for pubes this year because I'm in my little proverbial jail cell inside of my house that I have to give out a bunch of stupid candies and shit. But that's fine. Let's see. It's also proven doesn't make you dumber. What even is Cane's? Black Rum, just use Google and Google. Okay, not Google. Google Maps. Go on Google Maps. Look up Cane's. Go there. Eat a chicken tender, and then get educated. There is no pumpkin emoji. All right, that's pretty. I'm learning so many things, and this is like the most schizophrenic stream chat I've had in the last 15 days. What the fuck is all this? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. McDonald's. Yeah, the chicken nuggets are pretty bad, but you need to just coat it with the sauce. No sane person eats those without the sauce. Okay, all right. Finally got to the bottom of the chat. Thank you guys for really spamming a bunch of shit this time. I appreciate it. It's always really good. I don't know if you remember, Brian, but the female from band class slated that Flamagra is a better album than Cosmic Ram. I'm like, go listen. See, now this is why you don't trust women, Ian, because this lady is talking out of her perfume scented ass. That's what I'll say that right now, because it's not true. Flamagra is object. There's no person on the planet. She's trolling you, by the way, Ian. And Ian, you have a problem with taking things that aren't serious too seriously. Don't trust this woman. Flamagra is not a better album. All right, like and literally fucking listen to it. It's not. There is no universe. No. And I've seen all 12 dimensions. Like that weed that Jake gave me made me see like a good dozen dimensions, and none of them was Flamagra better than Cosmic Ram. Not a single one. And who's texting me? That better not be my mom. Okay, no, that's not. All right, we're good. Wow, I was too busy talking about how you shouldn't trust women and why drugs are good to realize I finished eating my paper. All right, how about that? Okay. He also said that Houdini is by Death Grips. I had that song stuck in my head today. How about that? We're both pathetic people with no lives. How about that? We had I mean, isn't I mean, I know I bring up what incel music is defined by a lot on this stream, but isn't Death Grips the pinnacle of incel music? I mean, it's become the Rick and Morty of music. I feel ashamed to even bring it up in public, right? I mean, that's on me. But okay. You guys, women, drugs, and rap music. This was a very, very youthful stream today. How about that? Make sure your parents don't catch you listening to this one. So this was day 3. Oh, yeah, right. I have to do my... okay, so I finished the... okay, for those who just popped in, I just finished eating the paper for the day, and that is the end of the stream. So that was day 343. I will see you in the next paper eating adventure. That will be day 344. And oh my fucking god, of course you have to drop a question now. Brian, what is your favorite incel band besides Death Grips? The Cure is not incel music. That's just music for you, and you think of yourself as an incel, which is on you. And then okay, My Bloody Valentine is definitely an incel band. I'll say that. Why do you always have to name the lamest fucking bands, man? Don't. This is so limiting. But all right, I'll say this. I'd say, fuck. It's a good question, actually. I don't really like Weezer, so I can't do that one. No, The Cure is not for incels. The Smiths are for incels, and Sonic Youth is too. I'm with you on that, but I have not met a single Cure fan. I'll say this: I think that Queen is incel music. No one talks about Queen and how every single person who likes Queen has never been a respectable human being for me, except of course for me. Oh wow. Oh hello, Mom Pounder. I'll get to your thing in a second. I just have to think about this question because okay. An incel band besides Matthew. Shit, that's a really good question. I will think about that and I will get back to you because I'm amazed I can't think of anything because there are so many music fan bases that just I just curl up in anger whenever I see it. So I have to think of okay. Right, yeah, we're thinking about bands, Ian. We're not thinking about just one singular bald white guy making a. I mean, it is incel music, but still. Okay, you guys are all putting your fucking music takes in. All right, once it gets to the point where Caden and Ian are putting like just name dropping a bunch of random incel music titles, I mean at that point that's when I'd say the stream's gone too far. But yeah, don't answer till tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm gonna. All right, well, Mom Pounder, you've definitely popped in at like probably the worst part to pop in on the stream. This is a terrible first impression, but hello, welcome to the paper reading streams. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. What are you fucking talking about? Is Jazz Inc. incel music? Say this. I'm not gonna say his name, but one of the biggest incels I know is the #1 Jazz Inc. hater. He spends all of his time just obsessively looking at the Jazz Inc. page, and it's none of you, by the way. All right, calm down. But I know this guy, and he's admitted to me that he's spent his like most of the time since a certain fallout between him and certain members of Jazz Inc., including me, just wishing on our downfall. Now, I highly, highly doubt that any properly labeled incel band can have that be accurately said about them. So think about that. It is not Eli. No, Eli. I mean, it's hard to say because Eli has not. He has not shown his face around me. Because I mean, this person is a person who I'm friendly with. Eli is just a fucking loser from just another part of the country who happened to live close to me and threatened to shoot at my family. That's pretty much it. Hardcore modern baseball fans. Well, Ian, that's only because you've been in like you just happened to walk by a couple sports bars and saw all the Padres games and all the people freaking out. Also, a bunch of stories on the internet, which yes, I unfortunately am invested, but I don't think they're exactly incels because at least they go outside. At least they jump around when they get excited. I mean, when we're talking the dictionary definition of incel, we're talking about hunched over on a computer, takes a shit in a bucket, leaves that bucket in his closet, right? Doesn't leave his room at all. Doesn't just probably has serious nearsightedness problems and stuff like that. Doesn't talk to his mom, doesn't talk to his dad, has no friends. I mean, the act of being a sports fan, you go outside, you take a shit in normal toilets, you make friends, and then you watch a game, jump around when you're excited. All right, that's being a fan of something. That doesn't make you an incel. Drop the bit. No, this is not a bit. I'm literally defining to you what incel means and doesn't mean. It when we're talking about an incel, we're talking about people who spend all. I mean, when I'm describing myself as it's not a self-deprecation. I have no energy. I'm sitting on that bed right over there. You can't see it, but it's right over there, where you can't fucking see it. And I'm sitting on there for like way more than I should. I mean, I do shit in a normal toilet, so there's that. But when we're talking about sports fans, a lot of it is about physical activity. They leave the house. That is a definition of an incel. Okay, so that's modern baseball. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Okay, yes, I knew they existed. All right, I forgot about that. Well, I have no concern for modern baseball. I've never listened to their music. They've never picked my interest, especially because their name is Modern Baseball. I don't. Why would I choose to listen to a band called that? Plus, their album covers look like just PowerPoint wallpaper backgrounds. All right, yeah, I should probably end the stream. I should probably do that. All right. All right. Yeah, the paper. Yeah, the paper's been gone for how long now? 7 minutes. This is fucked up. Yeah, I know. It's just people. You fuckers keep asking me all these random ass music questions, and then I'm like trying to dictionary define what incel means, and then when you say modern baseball fans, yes, baseball, the sport has changed over the last like 20 years, okay? And it's become better, all right? It's become more widely televised. So, I mean, how else am I supposed to interpret, especially after like a big local just phenomenon in modern baseball happened locally amongst us. So, how else am I supposed to interpret that, Ian? Okay. Do you enjoy baseball, Brian? Yeah, when it's interesting and it doesn't suck and it's local. Brian breaks down on stream. No. Brian defines incel and gets annoyed at poorly laid out claim on stream. All right, well, that is true. Actually, if we're talking about this, stream is not unusual. Most streams are like this. I just lose my shit. I'll come back for the paper reading stream tomorrow. I have no idea why the algorithm. All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the incel speech, and I'm glad. I will say, let's see if I go up. What's my score? I forgot what I put down. Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, it's a particularly bad day. So this probably doesn't help. Yeah, I'm losing my mind today. Oh man, hey, check this out. I'm gonna eat my microphone. There we go. That's the end of my mental breakdown. That's the climax of it. It's 31 minutes in. I needed to fucking end the stream. Okay. It's a very popular band. Yeah, well, in the no. In the okay. No. All right, go on to Spotify. Go on fucking Spotify. American baseball. No, not American. No, modern baseball. Not American baseball. Modern baseball. Okay, let's see this shit. Not a very popular band. There's like I can think of like 20 bands off the top of my head that are more popular than them. What are you talking about? I mean, sure, yeah. We have a little over 1 million monthly listeners. Yeah, sure. They're not like an unheard of band. Sure, they're not Jazz Inc. or anything like that. But I mean, are we saying that especially me, who I despise alt rock, by the way. I really don't like it. Like, I just want to see if this is alt rock. Yeah, this is alt rock. Like, how am I'm not even in this realm, and you guys know that about me. I've repeatedly slandered alt rock profusely on this stream. So within the context of all of that, yes, of course, and within the context of the three Padres games happening in the last like 5 days, how else am I supposed to interpret that? All right. Yeah, exactly. I've never heard of modern baseball. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, right. I gotta end the stream now. Actually, it's probably. And you fuckers are still baiting me. I'm not gonna. You see. Now the tables have turned. Now I'm ahead of the curve. Nice try, punks. I'm not gonna fall for your music question bait this time. Ask any questions that you actually want answered. Ask it next stream when I'm eating the paper. Then I'll answer it. All right. We all have to get our sleep. Okay. Remember, curfew exists, and we're going over it. Yeah, we got to end the stream. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. This was day 343 of the series. And I'm definitely going to consume paper tomorrow. And I will see you all on the next paper eating adventure. That will be day 344. How about that? So, that is the end of the stream. I will see you all in the next one. Good convo. Loved it as usual. All right. End the stream. Click the button. Okay. I'm trying to click the button. Oh, damn it. It's not working. We're almost... All right. I swear to you, I'm clicking the button. So, you'd think that this would work, but... Yeah, no, I know I'm really good at this. I'm a paper reading veteran. It's just, it's probably... My mouse probably has a computer virus in it or something like that. Probably a Trojan worm. Yeah, do you hear this shit? I'm clicking the button right now. You see this? Yeah, listen, at least when I'm clicking this button and my finger's moving, I mean, Ian, you're probably just you're sitting completely stationary. You've been watching this entire paper stream for the last, 34 minutes? Let's get real here. Okay, wow, why are people... Okay, hello, hyphen. Yeah, no, I'm clicking the end stream button, Ian, and I click the end stream, and then this thing said, your stream will stop immediately, and you'll no longer be live, and there's an end button. I'm clicking the end button, and it's not... You see? Okay. If you guys really don't fucking believe me. Okay, well, I mean, I could shut the computer down, but last time I did that, the stream was up online. It was just a black screen because my Chromebook didn't properly close. And this computer is like 15 years old, so it's hard to say. All right, don't end. Okay, I am very sorry. Okay, listen up, Hyphen. You can pop into the stream tomorrow. All right, it's gonna be at around 9, 10, maybe 11 o'clock. All right. Oh shit, no, it's gonna be later because I have work tomorrow. Yeah, just streams happen every night. All right, just you'll still be there. Oh no, actually, yeah, no, tomorrow will be better. I believe in myself, but yeah, today was. But this stream was pretty fun. It was actually this and a small little meeting with my father where I played a very competitive Magic Battle Box game. And by the way, I beat him twice. That was my highlight of the day. I'll be at Panama next week because I was not at Panama tonight because I'd still be there right now because I had a couple games to play. But that's good. That's very good, Ian. So. And all right, and Hyphen, I will see you there as well. Thank you for blowing me a kiss. Look at me, I caught it. There we go. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. It's a very moist kiss. It's making my shorts wet. All right, end stream now.